Hi, friends. So I'm sitting outside as the last remnants of a tropical storm are blowing through Central Florida, where I live. And I wanted to have a conversation with you about something that I know can cause a lot of us, myself included at times, to just shut down and kind of tune out. But I'm going to ask you to resist that temptation and to lean in, because I think I have some grace and hope for you, and I really want to give you that. So the topic I want to talk about is how you're planning to take care of yourself for the last few weeks of the year that is 2020. Self-care. I know, don't, there's a huge part of me that just wants to shut down as soon as I say those words, self-care, because they often bring up guilt and shame and feelings of failure and inadequacy and hopelessness and all that kind of stuff. Totally normal if that's what you're feeling. But I want to unpack why we might be feeling that. And I think that those of us who do this for a job, those of us who work in the health and wellness space, bear some responsibility for the way you feel when you hear those words self-care, the negative way that you feel. And that responsibility is that so often when we're inviting you into self-care practices in our maybe overzealousness or eagerness, we somehow give the message that if you're doing self-care right, you won't ever feel pain or discomfort. What a complete pile of baloney. It is not true. And what happens when you believe that if you're doing self-care right, that you won't feel pain or discomfort is that as soon as you feel the totally normal, completely inevitable experience of pain or discomfort, you'll think, oh, the self-care isn't working. I have to quit. I have to stop, throw in the towel. Or worse, instead of thinking the self-care isn't working, when I meet so many women, they think that there's something wrong with them, that they're just not capable, that something about who they are as a person makes it hard for them to do self-care or makes them fundamentally broken in some way and not able to do self-care. Instead, the real point of self-care and what I have been trying to center, the definition of self-care that I've been trying to center for myself and for my students and clients in this crazy year, is that the point of self-care is to make sure that we respond to the inevitable pain or discomfort that life will bring in a way that aligns with our highest goals, values, and priorities. Our highest goals, values, and priorities. So I can't give you any self-care routine that's going to ensure you don't feel pain or difficulty. And anyone who's trying to sell you on that, just bless and release those messages, because it's not possible. It's just not possible. Instead, what I want you to think about are self-care practices and routines and rituals that can help you remain true to your highest goals, values, and priorities, even in the face of difficulty, of discomfort. Those things are normal. How you respond, your next action after you experience pain or difficulty, and making sure that next action is aligned with your highest goals, values, and priorities is the point of self-care. Sometimes that self-care feels like a warm hug, and sometimes it feels like a push out of the nest, something, getting you to grow a little bit. I try really hard, my hair is getting crazy now as the wind's blowing around me. I try really hard to focus and center self-care practices around those goals. And I'm going to do some videos over the next few days to help you do that. All of this is leading up to, I'm going to be fully clear with you right now, because if you want to jump in right now, there's some incentive to do that. But I'm doing this because my key practice that I do with my students in my coaching and challenge program during the holidays is called the No Time Self-Care Challenge. It's 5 minutes a day, and it is all practices that are centered around this goal, helping you feel some comfort, helping you grow a little bit, but ultimately helping you remain true no matter what's happening, whether it's a moment of joy or a moment of difficulty, helping you stay connected and committed to your highest goals, values, and priorities. I call it the No Time Self-Care Challenge because it's 5 minutes a day. We all have 5 minutes a day. And when we invest this 5 minutes a day in really good, useful self-care practices, we get dividends all day long. Our next actions, our steps, our choices that we make all day long are informed by those 5 minutes in such a powerful way. And I really believe in doing this during this time of the year. This is one of my favorite challenges. I do challenges all year long with my students. This is one of my favorite ones because I see, and I'm going to be sharing in stories, some of the words from people who have done this challenge with me before, and then what it's set up for them and what it's created for them in the rest of their year. Because if we can create some habits now during this insane time of the year, we really learn something about ourselves and about the power of really good self-care. It's not the kind of self-care that feels impossible. You don't even have to do every day, but it's many days as you can remember, 5 minutes a day. If you want to jump in and join us, I'm giving you full access to my entire coaching and challenge program through the end of the year as a bonus when you join right now. And next week, we're going to be doing an immunity challenge. The challenge starts the week of Thanksgiving, the 6-week challenge, but we're going to do a little pre-ramp up of a immunity boosting challenge. Just some exercises and practices to help support the health of your immune system. Figured that was a good thing to prioritize right now. So if you jump in early, you'll get access to doing that with us as well. I'll put a link here with the video, but it's healthymoving.com/no time challenge. And I'll have a link here with it. But I am going to be doing some videos, even if you don't jump in and join the challenge, here on my social and on YouTube, to help you set your mind up for how you want to be thinking about self-care as we wrap up 2020. The last thing I'm going to leave you with is a question, and this will be the springboard for the next video, so think about it. How do you want to feel during the last weeks of 2020? How do you want to feel? Be pondering that. If you want to share it in the comments, I would love to hear it. The more you tell me, the more I can tailor things specifically to you. If it's private, you can send me a DM. Or an email. I'm absolutely happy to hear those. But as you prepare for the next video in this little mini series, start thinking, how do you want to feel in the last part of 2020? All right, more good stuff coming soon. Take care of yourself.